Okay, let's try it. I'm trying the landscape version because some people were asking for it. If I rotate it another way, you wouldn't see anything because of the console that's here. Yeah, if I point it any higher or something, it would. I'll see if I can do something about it later to make it higher, because it's very stiff. This has to be, because otherwise it would fall off. So at least this part of the journey will be with some visibility on this part. We already have errors. Last time I drove this car, I had like 4 or 5 errors. Now the lights are working, so at least that's good. There is oil, there is all the basic stuff is there. I took I should have went to the right, because there are still, let me correct myself, they're still working on the road there. After that, they should change the oil for normal oil, this car, because at the moment it's on a cleaning oil, and I think that 500 kilometers or something we did on that, so like 300 miles, that's enough, I think. Sun today is extremely in the morning I couldn't see the driveway out of my house because the sun was directly over it and it was too bright. So I had to drive out completely blind. My joke about Min P video. I didn't put out the second video. Last time I drove around I had part 1 and I didn't upload part 2 because it was longer and I didn't feel like it was necessary. So today we are driving a bit further than usual. So I might talk for another 20 minutes or something. So yeah, don't. If you don't want to watch it, you can, stop it, or maybe there will be like timestamp or something. No, not here yet, because the lights will be, there are emergency lights there right now, and if you are unlucky, you're staying 10 minutes on an empty road, because yeah, this time there are people there allegedly doing something. And the funny bit is that's not even on the part that they are repairing the road, they're on a different part, so it's like very weird. I keep getting the error controller Remlicht. I don't know, it's in let me not mix languages, in Dutch I think, because this car is either I think it's Netherlands version, or at least the last use or something like that was in Netherlands, and the language that it uses is Dutch. There is a problem with the controller. I don't know which controller. Previously there was a problem with lights, and now I don't have fluid for windows. That's okay. That's thankfully the smallest issue. Driving south is now more difficult than usually. Yes, I'm taking side roads, because the absolute main roads, like the highway, would be cramped. And it's, half of the way to get to the place I want to be would be driving to the highway, and then it wouldn't necessarily be faster. I am a bit boring, I guess. I do have to say that the countryside looks beautiful. Wow. In this light, you know, this. I apologize if you're having like seasickness or something, because video should be stabilized, but let's just say that, yeah, it's bumpy. Not like super bumpy, but a lot of small, tiny disturbances in the skin add up. It's one of the reasons why this phone is so low, because if I put it higher, the lever would be even higher and the movement would be even worse, probably. Yeah, we'll see if that video is over half an hour. If I end up filming, you know, the road back, it will be in a separate video. I don't plan to have anyone to sit for an hour. Have some beautiful sights. Oh, you can see now it's too warm to go ski, but this is a small ski place, like a tiny, but well, it's good for families that cannot afford, you know, to drive somewhere else, afford either money or time. Because if you want to go to the big ones, or even bigger ones, like serious ones, it's like 2 to 3 hours of drive, and the cost is like 5 to 10 times higher. Even if you want to go to the place that we are driving to, it's going to be 2 to 3 times more expensive, and yeah, the hill is higher quality and everything. But if you just want to do some basic skiing, not trying to, you know, go for speed or difficulty, but you just want to relax with your family, possibly, you know, people of all ages. Yeah. I don't remember how long this is a short, maybe 400 meters, I think, something like that. I don't remember how you call in English this type of escalator that drives up the mountain. In this case, this is Orczyk. I have no idea how to translate it. It's basically, it's like a big disc that you push in between your legs, and that it's like a temporary, it acts like a temporary seat, and it pulls you along by your nether regions. Yeah, it's basically, you sit on a disc. It's wide enough so that you can sit relatively comfortably. Although I've been on a few that the pull was so insane that it wasn't comfortable. It was like, yeah, it is this 1.5 seconds to, you know, catch it and push it between your legs, and then you get pulled like few meters in 2 seconds, and it's not fun. Okay. I'm glad that I noticed this bottle. Roundabouts, the thing that Americans don't have, allegedly. Yeah, I didn't drive it exactly the way it should be, but last leg before the road goes to the place that I want. We're all a bit sick. Me and my dad, and my brother as well, probably. He doesn't say, so that's sometimes an issue, especially with the sickness that doesn't cause fever. It can be hard to notice. Should have little, sunlight when we arrive at Myślenice. It's what, 10 minutes? About that. So you might be able to see small chunks of it. I think I did 1 or 2 videos out from there, but they might have been in there. Smaller chunks. I don't know if I ever drove like with camera. And one like that. is a correlation, possible causation. The error for controller is activating when I push the brakes, which is not an error that you want to have. Oh yeah, monitor the town, meaning that there are cameras in the town, so one is forewarned, but I have no ideas how many cameras they do have. I know that surveillance here isn't like super heavy, so they just have to put warning. I don't know what kind of amount they have to put the warning. They might have like cameras in front of few buildings. They might be obligated to put it. I doubt they have cameras in every corner of every place. But it's not impossible. Technically went the longer way, but it's the shorter way for what I need. The amounts of billboards is... should I treat this kind of exits on a roundabout, because it's technically it was the first exit to the right, but it was driving straight ahead. So should I put the right signal before I enter it, or only before I exit it? Because if it was directly to the right, then in this case I should have put the signal, steering signal, the turn signal before. Roundabouts are incredibly simple once you get used to them, which takes literally few times. Unless they, there is one like trick, at least this type of roundabout, so uncontrolled roundabout. So without lights. Because there are also roundabouts with lights and stuff. When I was learning how to drive, there was a famous roundabout that was like American style, circle basically, that had the inverse when it came to who was first and who had to give way. And that was, like famous trick to, well, first you had to train to deal with this, and it was like contrary to anything that you learned, because you were on the roundabout, and when you were on the roundabout, you had to stop and give way to anyone, which is like dangerous. So yeah, that's okay. I will try not to exceed 1 hour, half hour this video, so like 3 minutes at most now. I will stop besides the hospital because there is lots of room there and I can do basic maintenance as well. The light is, yeah. It's getting dark, so yeah. Okay, fourth, turn to the right. That was the first one. Second one. Third one. And the fourth one at the main road, as we can see. Next part will probably be in night time, so the focus will be a bit different because I have to be careful of light, so I will I will pull back like a bit so more light can be caught. Okay, thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. Subscribe, like, comment. See ya.